Today we have another young Indian in our Voice of the Young series. Hello everyone, good to be with you once again. Today we have Ritam Chowdhury. He is in Mumbai. Over to you, Ritam.
Thank you so much, sir, for your introduction. My name is Ritam Chowdhury, as sir introduced you already. So currently I'm pursuing my Master of Economics from St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, and I'm also interning with the Chief Minister's office with the government of Maharashtra. And alongside, I'm continuing my fellowship at Economic and Political Weekly. So I'm in my final year of Master's. So my career has been quite a up and down, like a cyclone. So I started with my BCom honors from St. Xavier's College. I was quite passionate about consulting. I'm still passionate about it. So I went into business consulting with Ernst & Young, followed by my strategy roles. And then I realized that business consulting is not the field for me. I enjoy more of impact roles, strategy roles, and economic research roles. That led me to pursue my current master's degree from St. Xavier's College, and I'm absolutely loving my degree. So, in currently when I'm pursuing this degree, absolutely economics to the core is very new to me, but I'm enjoying the different dynamics of it, especially the development economics. I try to relate that how the development economics theory could be introduced in real world, how even a small changes we can bring in concepts of what Robinstein Rodan said, or what the Lewis model suggested of development economics, and how we can build a framework from there. So socioeconomics and development economics is what drives me from inside, sir.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
yeah.
Tell us about this internship with the Chief Minister's office. How do you even get there?
Okay, so I would say networking definitely helped me, and it has really helped me a lot. So for this current role, I was introduced and recommended by my dean. I have worked with her as her assistant in my first year of college. I got the opportunity to be her teaching and research assistant. So in my first year of masters, I got to work with RUSA funded, Government of India funded research project on socioeconomics. So from there, I assisted my professor. I went on various field visits, and in my second year, my head of the department introduced me to the team, the officer on special duty to the CM. And my current role requires me to document and make a blueprint of the process to be followed for private companies who are coming for public-private partnership, and also for various village administrations and community for IVDP, that is Integrated Village Development Program. And in an IVDP, how a village can grow, how a private company, like for my case, Lawson and Turbo, Tata Motors, or GM Finance, are coming into the picture. And as private entities, how they are enhancing the government scheme and helping the rural community grow and develop is what I am documenting. I'm documenting the whole process that they have followed, writing down their impact, and also making a blueprint for the future companies and the future collaborations.
Okay, so it's not political at all.
It is not at all political.
Not at all. So who's your boss over there?
So basically, I'm working with a team of 4 interns, and we report to Priya Khan ma'am, who is officer on special duty. And also at the same time, we have our head of the Department of Economics of St. Xavier's College, Dr. Professor Aditi Sawant, who guides us throughout.
Okay, so officer on special duty is an IAS officer, right?
No, sir. She's not an IAS officer.
She's not an IAS officer. So what does it mean, officer on special duty? Where is she from?
She's also from Mumbai. She sits in the Mantralaya, where the CM and all the ministers sits. Okay. So she hails from there.
Okay. And so how is it to be close to the political power, or you are not close?
Sir, I won't say I'm very close to the political power exactly, because I also got to work with the Delhi government. Like I did that in my freelance back in my summer. That's not there in my LinkedIn profile. So I have worked closely with the current political party of Delhi also. So yeah, I mean, for me, politics is something which I have started to know more and understand deeper in my recent years. As I said, during my bachelor's or till my bachelor's, my focus was only to get into business consulting. My everything revolved around that since my first year. I tried to how to build my CV, what to do that, and it was just like a race to get into the consulting field. But once I was in business consulting, I realized, okay, this is not something that I would like to see myself doing, 7 years, 8 years from now. And
So
from
what,
there, I started.
okay, what was it that you didn't like, or it was just the whole thing?
So basically, I was in risk advisory where we were there to assess the risk of company. Like I've worked with major clients and also assessing their risk. So the thing that I didn't actually like for my case was that, so they have a blueprint ready. So basically, a analyst, when they are coming into the field, they have to check the processes. They have to know various regulations of US or US internal audit, also the SOX, also, and various processes and risk assessment tool. So it was just for me like putting those into the tool and automatically following that complete blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that I myself and I'm not able to make a major impact, or if
Mm-hmm.
not a major impact, try to build something, try to
Mm-hmm.
think something. So I
Mm-hmm.
felt that I belong somewhere where I could see that how I can change lives. I
Yeah,
can see the development happening,
yeah,
and this would motivate me more than uh, the other perks that business consulting has to offer.
yeah. Okay, so you want to be doing something in which you have a role rather than just like a robot in a machine shop where
Yeah,
you are just doing a great job, but it feels like a robot, right? There's nothing
yeah. I
spark.
avoided that considering all my consulting colleagues, but yeah, I did use something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's why
so
I
you opted
got
for
it.
lower money, right? You opted for less income.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. So, and how about the EPW? What are you doing there?
EPW has been great. I have met many top editors over there. I've got to work closely with different teams, not only the editing team but also the publication team. So EPW has given me a platform where I can understand that how a journal works. What is exactly commentary? What is exactly special articles? What are the different things that In my last day, I was having a word with one of my senior at EPW, and he has been with the team for quite a long time, Mr. Dennis. He was introducing me that what are the things that they look for in an editor. If an economic editor is coming, it's not exactly the knowledge, but they seek the wisdom. That how an editor would be able to assess that what's already there and provide the wisdom that he has, and not just the language skill or the economic knowledge. So it is absolutely guiding me on what actually if later on I would join a research consultancy firm, or say I'm working under someone from their office in various economic research role, I exactly know if the person means a certain thing, so I can deliver that. So it is giving me a platform to understand what a journal or a research firm works.
Okay, so it's actually, I would say you are doing classes and learning in the Chief Minister's office and learning in EPW. It's a remarkable combination. I could not have imagined that somebody could do all these three things. Any time left for fun?
Yes, so to be very honest, EPW is quite fun, and all these work I do, like I enjoy completely doing
I,
all this work. So it's fun for me.
it's fun for you. Okay, fine. Nerds are nerds, right? A fellow nerd recognizes another nerd, right?
Yeah, I mean all these I really like, I completely enjoy all these. And also like I'm very passionate about traveling. I enjoy traveling a lot. So I try to take maybe in a month a small break of maybe take a leave on Friday or maybe on Thursday, and try to merge it with my weekends so that I can go for a quick travel or a hike somewhere or a swimming maybe. So I enjoy all these
So tell us about that, something exciting that you have done
something exciting that I have done.
in
So
this week.
one day,
Yeah.
yeah. So there have been few adventurous moment for me, but one was like I was sleeping. I woke up in the middle of the night. It was during my consulting days, and I was like, I am now getting a lot of worked up, and my sister was studying, so she was preparing for a CPA US exams. So it was her final paper, and I woke up at 2:30 a.m. and I was like, let's go somewhere. She be like, please go to bed. I'm like, I just opened the website. I was checking for flight tickets, and I just booked a flight ticket to Krabi and PP Island. and I said, come along, and we just planned a sibling trip like that. It was quite fun, like adventurous for me. Like it was my first international trip, planning with my siblings. So yeah, I just did that. Then I also did.
Which island was this?
This was Fifi and the Krabi Island, the
Where's that?
James Bond Island. So it's in Thailand. So from Bangkok, it's another 2 hours flight.
So you have enough money to do such things?
So at that time, I did have the savings.
Okay, because I had never heard of these islands, so that's why I was asking, where did you go?
So basically, people go for touristy things like usually Bangkok, Pattaya are the major highlights of Thailand. But being a travel enthusiast, I have always made friends overseas also. Like I have many friends from Indonesia, Hong Kong, even in parts of London. So I always try to get updates from them. So what are the non-touristy things that a local would do? So I try to get updates from them.
Okay, that's wonderful. So you do work hard, but then once in a while you decide, okay, enough of it is enough. Let me do something that is, again, it's you. Okay, it's not like the norm. It's you. Okay.
Right, sir.
Wonderful. And your plans for the future?
So my plans for the future, I would say, like to be very honest, I'm seeking guidance and mentorship also. I want to be in the field of development economics and also maybe work for impact organizations or work for consulting firms who look into development economics. And maybe down the line or maybe soon, I will also want to do a PhD in economics with focus on development economics.
Okay, wonderful. So at the moment, the going is good and you're hoping it'll be better and you can make a contribution.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else you want to add?
No, sir, nothing from my side, but I would like to know from you that as you have been in so closely with major academic institution of the US, and US is one of the locations that I'm also looking forward to. So I want to know that as an academician from economics, so what do you feel that the current development economists who are aspiring to go in this field should keep in mind, who come from a developing country?
Okay, fine. I think I can answer that question. If you are looking for quick on-the-ground results, okay, then really there is no need to do a PhD. There's no need. You can get a good job and you can have an impact directly working. There are many good organizations in India and they are doing a wonderful job and you can certainly work with them. There are world-class NGOs and there are world-class consulting firms, or if not world-class, very good consulting firms in India. And you don't really need a PhD at all to do that kind of work. Okay, so that's one. But if you want to be an authority, if you want to have some, let us say, not just practical work, but also understand things from a conceptual point of view, right? Then it's worth it to spend 4 to 5 years doing a PhD. PhD is hell, okay? No PhD is easy. All PhDs have a high probability of being hellish, okay? So that's something to keep. And also you miss 4 years of work experience, you miss 4 years of income. You do have enough to survive, but you don't have any savings, okay? So you are losing 4 years of savings and you are losing 4 years of on-the-ground experience. And against it, you are getting an international, if you get in, I'm sure somebody like you will get into an international program, you get a very strong foundation, okay, on concepts and thinking and analysis, and you get to meet a lot of people that you won't meet in India, and that itself is a very big opening and it's learning, and you establish yourself as somebody who can actually do a PhD, because I said PhD is hell. So that itself is a lot of credibility there. But it also tends to, PhD on the end is a the actual topics are very narrow. Okay, so you don't have a broad canvas. You may think you're going to look at a broad topic, broad analysis, but in the end, PhD dissertation is very, very narrow. Okay, now depth, there's a lot of depth, and the footnotes and footnotes and footnotes and that kind of thing is very much in depth. And if you want that kind of profile that you can think in depth and you can think, you can conceptualize and understand, and you have got experience, then that's the trade-off. Those are the benefits.
Right.
But if you are a practical person and you are eager to see results and you are eager to get it done, then today there's enough openings in India to do it. Okay, so it's really a matter of your preference. PhD is not really, the way PhDs are structured is they're really designed most of them are designed to turn out professors and people who are thinkers in a way, right? So they are analysts and thinkers, not true doers. In a way, that's so, but you are involved in things and you can be a doer also. But ultimately, what your selling point is that you are a conceptualizer, you are a thinker, you are an analyst, you can handle that complexity. But that's not all that is required to get results on the ground. Results on the ground require understanding of the local situation and being able to cope with it, right? I'm not a doer, okay? I can't do anything. So, but I can be a thinker, right? Like I thought of doing this segment, right? Voice of the Young, right? And I'm doing it, but one day I just thought of it, right? Nobody's doing it, no one's done it. Just one day I said, let's do it. And here we are, right? So that's a kind of, but it has an impact, right? It has an impact, right? And we are also setting up, with several people, we are setting up a non-profit in India called Lift Up India 2047. But they are the practical people. I'm just the thinker, and the aim is first to develop the small towns meaning 1 to 3 lakhs population in selected states, and to do various things. But I'm not a doer, okay? I'm just saying this is my agenda. And if you want to join my agenda, then you can be part of it. So there's some practical people who will do the work. But what is it to be done and all that, that's my job. So that's really what a PhD is about. But it's a good thing to be if that's your but like, you said you had a very strong sort of dislike of business consulting. So it depends on what you want. If you just want hands-on, then don't go for a PhD. You have enough experience. You don't really have practical experience. EPW is a premier think tank institution, right? One of the world's premier think tank institutions. The CM's office is more practical, but they are not really putting you to doing anything. It's just data sorting, collection, classification, and so on. But I'm sure you're qualified to go and work with a development organization. So anyway, that's my answer, but I hope that gives you some guidance. Anything else you want to add here?
No, absolutely, sir. And also, but I like what I feel is that everybody says that whatever we do, the learning should never stop. I feel the more and more we are close to academics, I think that's when like we get to learn more. Like I don't know, maybe from my little experience of masters, I'm saying this, but maybe when we go into work or say more into hands-on, the learnings tend to slow down in the process. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe in research roles, I won't face this. Maybe if I join a research role for impact firm,
research role means you are more focused on learning and less focused on doing. So it's a choice of your own style and your own behavior and your own self. But certainly, a PhD is something to think about twice before you spend your time. But people do decide to do PhDs. And I know many of them, young people who are doing PhDs, and they are really enjoying it. And they have come from small town India, and they are doing one's in UK, one's in Italy, one's going to US. So they are broadening their knowledge and career. They are not from Mumbai. They're really flying high, and you can fly high. There's no reason to not fly high. Okay? It's a great thing to be. If you can do it, it's a great thing. But if you are not interested in that, then there are opportunities in India.
Right.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? Some advice for young people based on your own experience?
I think I would say just go with the flow and take all the opportunities, because when you are getting one opportunities, just go for it, take that, because many people said that don't take up maybe the CM fellow role, or don't take CM intern role, sorry, or don't take up the PW role. I mean, don't take up multiple roles, you won't be able to juggle. But I think this is the time when it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to learn from the supervisors who are guiding us. Definitely, I feel that I somewhat lack of mentor support, and definitely I'm seeking for one who can guide me, like maybe giving me like what are the ways that I can go ahead, maybe somewhat. But yes, I'm trusting this process, and I believe everyone will have their own time, and there is no set deadline that you have to do a master's by 22 or 23 or 25. I would say go with your own flow, what your mind and your heart says, and just follow that. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. We'll catch up with
Thank you,
you 1 year from now to see what decisions you have made. And let's
sir. I would love to keep in touch with you. Like
be in
definitely,
touch
sir.
with me.
Let's
I'm
take up.
available on email all the time. Okay, I
Sure,
don't
sir.
use WhatsApp. WhatsApp is for
Yes.
personal, but otherwise email. People say, do you ever not read your emails? I said, no, I read them even when I'm sleeping. So be in touch, no problem. I love to be in touch with young people and keep it going. And we'll catch up with you in 1 year to see what decisions you have made.
Sure, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's say bye to the viewers. I'll be
Bye,
back
sir.
with another person, expert or young, pretty soon. Till then, bye-bye.